everyone, I'm Emma from Reflect and I'm here today to run you through one of my beginner yoga classes. Now, what's really important is that you listen to your body. Nothing should hurt. We can move into the realms of uncomfortable but not pain. Okay? I'm going to offer different options. Take the option that's best for you, and whenever you need to, just break posture. So we're going to start with the warm-up. We always do the same warm-up so you can see what's going on with your body. We do fluctuate, so just one day to the next day you might need to adjust what you're doing. So feet a small distance apart, coming onto your mat. We're going to draw up through the body, squeezing through the thighs, squeeze the bottom, tummy's engaged, shoulders are back and down, power those fingertips down towards the floor. Lengthen through the neck. Imagine we're trying to get the top of the head up onto the ceiling. And then just gently lower through the gaze or close the eyes. And I just want to spend a moment drawing into your body. So feeling the feet on the floor, drawing your awareness up through the legs, through the torso, across the shoulders and down the arms, then back up to the chest and just rest there and focus on the sensations of breathing. Feel the breath as it comes in through the nose and back out through the nose. And try and slow that breath down just that little bit. And then taking a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and a deep breath out through the mouth. And again, a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and a deep breath out through the mouth. Last one, deep breath in through the nose, hold, and a deep breath out through the mouth. And just let the breath breathe naturally, relaxing through the body, opening through those eyes, and gently start to roll through those shoulders. So up, back, down, around. Nice big circles. You might find a bit of crunching going on, especially if you haven't moved much. Depends what time of day you're doing this, whether you've been sat at your desk. Lovely. Once more, then one arm all the way up and over. And again over to the other side. And again floating through. Oops. Last one. Both hands. Inhale up. And exhale down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Popping one hand on top of the other. Draw the shoulders back and down and tuck the chin into the chest. So you should feel the stretch up the back of the neck. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the bottom, tummy's engaged. Inhale, take those hands up, look up. Exhale the hands down to the sides. Inhale, back to lifted. Flexing through the wrists, drive the hands down the center of the body, tucking the chin and gently roll it down towards the floor. Now once you're down, relax and release. Bring that body weight forwards, tilt that bottom gently up towards the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders, relax the neck, let everything go. Try and slow the breath, and as you exhale, just let that body sink. So you should be looking towards the knees, not down towards the floor. If you find your hamstrings, the back of your legs are really too tight, have straight legs and have a small bend, that's absolutely fine. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees, round through the back, roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through those shoulders, open up through that chest. Lovely. Other hands come in on top, draw the shoulders back and down, tuck the chin deep into the chest. Drop those hands down, drop those shoulders down. You should feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the tummy, bottom's engaged. Inhale, take those hands up, look up. Exhale the hands down to the sides. Inhale, back to lifted. Flexing through the wrists, drive the hands down the center again, tuck the chin and roll it down again towards the floor. Once you're down, relax, release again, bring that body weight forwards, let that neck relax. Nice long exhales, and as you exhale, just sink down. Again, the top of the head should be towards the floor. Relaxing the shoulders. Don't worry, even if you're halfway up your legs, it doesn't matter. Wherever you come to is fine. You just want to feel that stretch in the back of the body. But bring the weight into the toes. Let those arms relax. Let that neck relax. Inhale. And exhale, bend through the knees, round through the back, roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders, open up through the chest. Float the arms up this time, squeeze the bottom, tummy engaged, lift the fingertips, small back bend. So just lean it backwards just a tiny bit. And back to center, lowering down through those arms. Draw the tummy muscles in, we're going to sit the hips back, arms coming forwards. Small tuck on the tailbone, draw the shoulders back. Lovely. Back to standing and squeeze. So squeeze the bum, drive the hands behind. And again, inhale down. Exhale, back to standing and squeeze. We're still warming up at the moment. Inhale down. Exhale, stand and squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale, stand and squeeze. Inhale down and hold. Draw the shoulders back, tummy's pulled in, up with the toe on one side and lower. And out on the other side and lower. Once more on each side and lower. Last one and lower. Hold it there, tummy muscles engaged. Lower that body all the way down. Tuck the chin and then straighten through those legs. Tilt the bum up towards the ceiling, a little bit more intense stretch this time. Gently bring that body weight into the toes. Slow the breath again, really tuning in to that breath and into that body. So the secret during class is always, once you're into posture, just draw into the breath, slow the breath, control the breath. Through the nose if you can. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees, round through the back, roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders, open up through the chest, float those arms up towards the ceiling again, squeeze your bottom, lift the fingertips, small back bend. Keep the bottom squeezed, protects the lower back. Back to center, hands coming down to sides. Lovely, we're going to pedal off through the feet, so up and down, then we're going to flick through the fingers. So open, close through the hands, all the way up. This starts to warm up the forearms. And again, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Last one, inhaling up and exhaling down. And then let that body relax and release. Gently rotate and looking behind as you let the arms swing in the sockets. Perfect. Keeping it going. Just letting that body rotate and everything go. Fantastic. And gently coming all the way back to centre line. We want those feet a small distance apart still, facing towards the front if that's comfortable for your hips. Then shoulders are back and down. We want to be engaged through the body. So squeeze through the thighs, squeeze the bottom, tummy's engaged, shoulders are back and down, power the fingertips to the floor, lengthen through the back of the neck so we're nice and tall. Again, top of that head up towards the ceiling. And once we're in and squeeze in, draw the focus to the breath and slow the breath. Inhale, arms up, look up. Drop the shoulders down, squeeze through the back of the arms, and the palms should be facing each other. Lovely. Now hold the posture, squeeze the thighs, tummy's engaged. Keep that body squeezing, looking up if you can. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down through the chin, lower the arms to the outside of the body. Draw the shoulder blades back and down again, and we're going to gently take that chin all the way down and look down that right arm. Draw the chin round, look down that middle finger, keeping the shoulder blades squeezing and the thighs squeezing as well. Inhale. Exhale, gently draw the chin back to center and draw that chin round to the other side. So again, now we're looking down that left hand, left middle finger, trying to lengthen through the back of the neck, tummy still pulled in, squeeze the bottom, and pull up the pelvic floor if you can, so those are the toilet muscles. Inhale. Exhale, gently draw that chin back to center, turn the palms down, lowering down through the palms. Gonna tuck the chin, gently roll it down towards the floor. Once you're down, so if you can't quite reach the floor, we're going to bend through the left, so everyone bend through the left knee, and now you can either bring the left elbow onto the left knee or bring the left hand down onto the floor. Then we're going to rotate that right hand up towards the ceiling, trying to stack one shoulder on top of the other. Again, rotating through the chin to look up, so you can have that elbow on that knee if you can't reach the floor. And then what we want to do here, we want to be tummy muscles are pulled in, right thigh is squeezing, Bring the body weight slightly so we're in the toes as well as the heels. Squeezing through that arm, that right arm, the arm that's up towards the ceiling. Now if the neck is uncomfortable, gently lower the chin and look down towards the floor instead. So go with your body. Whenever we have the head up, looking up, if that's not comfortable for your neck, look down, okay? Again, tummy still pulled up, squeezing through that right thigh. Then tune into that breath and try and slow the breathing through the nose like we did at the beginning. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down through the arm, straight through the legs, bend through the knees and roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders, open up through the chest. This time float those arms up towards the ceiling again. Drop the shoulders down, squeezing through the back of the arms. So straighten them as best you can, but with a small bend in the elbows. It's really strange, isn't it? Straighten your arms but with a bend. Should be able to feel the squeeze in the back of the arms. Tummy's engaged. Bring that body weight forwards into the toes and come up onto the toes. Now you might have a micro lift, just a tiny lift is fine. If you can, lift that a little bit higher. If you start to wobble too much, just drop it a little bit lower. Squeeze and hold. Now you can hold it here if you're already wobbling. If you want to make it harder, you don't have to. If you want to, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. You'll start to see I'm wobbling more than I was when I had my chin down. It's okay. And then if you're solid as a rock and you're not wobbling because you're used to wearing heels or you do ballet or something like that, and you're solid, close your eyes. As you close your eyes, you'll start to wobble even more. Woo! Then once you're in posture, slow that breath, whichever level you're on. Squeezing the back of the arms again, squeeze your bottom, tummy's pulled in, chin is level, eyes open, chin up, eyes open, chin up, eyes closed, wherever you want to be. Squeeze and hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower that chin. Open those eyes if you come close. Lower the heels. Lower through the arms. Tuck in the chin again. Gently roll it down towards the floor. And once we're down this time, we're going to bend through the right knee. So bend that right knee. Right elbow onto the knee if you can't hit the floor. Or right hand down onto the floor. And sweep that left hand up towards the ceiling. Try and rotate through the shoulder so you can push off the elbow, push off the floor to get the rotation. Again, squeeze through that top arm, squeeze through the left thigh to lift the kneecap, pull the tummy muscles up, draw that chin round as comfortable as for your neck. If it, again, remember, drop the chin if it's not comfortable for you. Then slow that breath, keep the squeeze, keep the rotation. Remember, even if you're halfway through posture and then you think, oh, my neck's not liking it anymore, then drop that head down towards the floor. If you're starting to feel like it's too much, stand up, come out of posture whenever you need to, and then drop back in. Let's inhale. Exhale, lower that hand all the way back down to centre, straight through the legs to start with, then bend through the knees, round through the back, roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders, open up through the chest. Lovely. If you want, grab yourselves a drink before we come into the next posture. I'm just going to show you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be opening up. It's a small balance. So if you know that you're struggling with balance, then you pop a chair either side if you need to. But we're going to have the legs open for this one. So just small, just wider than just hip width apart. Shoulders are back and down. Tummy's engaged. So if you're not ready, coming back onto your mat, feet apart, it's hard to tell when we can't see you. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Inhale, arms are going to come up. Exhale, right hand's coming down to that right hip, and we're going to bring the body weight up onto the left toe and lean over to the right. So all the weight's coming down through that right side. And we don't want to be leaning forwards, we want to have that neck nice and long, extending away. And now if you're already finding that you're wobbling a bit, stay here. If you feel okay, we're going to lift the left toe just up off the floor. So bring it off if you can. Now you might want to come up and down, if you're finding that you're wobbling. Now the thicker your carpet, the thicker your mat, the harder it is to balance. So don't be too hard on yourself, but keep the sternum lifted. If you want it harder still, we're going to turn the chin and look down. So we'll lean over that a little bit further. We're going to look down, that right hand down towards the floor. Squeezing through the thighs, tummy's engaged. Draw that chin round but still nice and long through the neck, so don't drop the chin forwards, it's chin round. And slowing that breath. Once you've found your posture, if you start to feel like your arm up the top's going dead, just lower it down, bring the blood back to it, and then bring it back up again. Inhale. And exhale, gently lowering that leg all the way down to the floor and lowering through the arm. Roll through the shoulders. Check the feet are still facing the front, small gap. Nice and tall through the body, shoulders are back and down, all about posture. Then we're going to go to the other side. So inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, left hand's coming down this time. Gently up onto that right toe, bring that body weight over onto the left. Extend those fingertips away from each other. Keep the sternum lifted. So that's the chest. And then if you can, lift that right foot off the floor. And if you need to come up and down, that's okay. Even if you need to hold on to a chair, that's okay too. So find your position. And if your body's working hard to hold the balance, stay where you are. Only if you want to make it harder, gently rotate the chin, looking down towards the floor. Again, extend those fingertips away from each other. Squeezing through the thighs. Tummy's engaged, arms are nice and long, so we don't want them relaxed. We want to extend so the arms are squeezing as well. Again, don't worry if you have to pop that foot back on the floor, it's okay. We look to do, not for perfection. Everybody's perfection is different. Lovely. Keep the breath breathing, slow the breath through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, lowering that foot all the way back down to the floor and lowering back down through that arm. Lovely, rolling through those shoulders. Tuck the chin, round through the back, roll it all the way down to the floor with those feet still wide. And once you're down, relax, release again. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Now bringing the body weights forwards slightly, we're going to bend those knees, drop the bottom down towards the floor, plant the hands onto the floor and look up towards the front. Okay, so the chin's lifted. Again, not comfortable for the neck, look straight down towards the floor. Tummy muscles pulled up, try and get those hips down at shoulder height. So we don't want them all the way down, we still want to be in that squash position. Hands down, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, straighten through the legs. Allow that body to hang just for a second. If you want a stronger stretch, grab hold of the legs and draw the body towards the legs, but you don't have to. You can just hang as long as you can feel the stretch in the right place. Inhale. Exhale, drop that bottom again down towards the floor, looking up towards the front. And if we want to make it slightly harder, we're going to bring the body weight forwards and up onto those toes. Again, you don't have to. If it's enough with the heels down, keep the heels down. Looking up again towards the front, but if you want, you can look straight down towards the floor. Slow the breath, squeezing the thighs. Smile if you're starting to find that it's painful. Pulls the brain. Honestly, it does. Squeeze and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Gently lower those heels down. Tuck the chin. Straighten through those legs again. Lower through those arms. Grab hold of the legs if you want to draw the stretch. You don't have to. Bring the body weight forwards into the toes. Slow the breathing. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Let the body have a moment. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Bend through those knees, drop that bottom back down again. Plant those hands, look up towards the front, squeezing the thighs. You can stay here. Option 1. Option 2, up onto the toes. Option 3, we're going to lift those hands off the floor up towards the ceiling. Imagine there's a ball back there. Squeeze the ball and lift the ball as high as you can so the palms are facing each other. Now if you find that it's too much up on the toes here, you can drop the heels down and keep the hands off if you want to. Keep that chest lifted slightly, looking up, but if you need to, we can look down towards the floor. So go by your neck, squeeze and hold. This is intense. Keep it going. Remember, if you need to drop posture though, drop posture, drop back in when you're ready. Tummy's pulled up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower those heels, lower the hands, straighten through those legs. Ooh. Bend through the knees, round through the back. Roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through those shoulders. Well done. Grab yourselves a drink if you've got one. It's always handy to have some water handy if you need it. And then we're going to come into our warrior set. So once you've had your drink, coming back onto your mat, feet front part of the mat, small distance apart. We're going to come into warrior 1. Right foot's coming back, right foot's just off centre. Okay, we don't want it off at the 90-degree angle. We want it facing just off from the front. This is so the hips are forwards. We don't want the hips round, hips are forwards. Bending through that front knee, shoulders are coming back and down. Tuck the tailbone slightly, straighten through that back leg, drive the back heel into the floor. And then drive those arms down towards the floor, shoulders are back and down as well. Now you can hold it here. If you're already feeling a bit wobbly and it's strong enough, stay in this position. If you want to make it harder, arms are going to come up. Drop the shoulders down, palms are facing each other, squeezing through the body. Slow the breath, warrior 1. If you want to make it harder still, lift the chin and look up. Again, that throws the balance slightly. Keep that back leg nice and straight. If you want to make it harder still, up onto the toe on the front foot. So lift the front heel off the floor. That gets it in the calf as well. Slow the breath. Drop the shoulders down if they've lifted up to the ears. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale, lower the front heel, lower the chin, straighten through that front leg, squeeze through the thighs, lowering down through the arms. We're going to take those hands onto that front leg, gently start to forward fold, so bring those hips back as you bring that body forwards. Stop the minute you feel it at the back of the leg. Okay? If you can keep going, feel free to keep going as long as you keep those hips parallel to the floor and gently keep coming down towards the floor. Stop again the minute you feel it. If you feel you can put the hands on the floor and lower, then go for it. But again, we only ever want to be on the edge of comfort, never pain. And if you're thinking, I'm not really feeling this, Emma, tilt your bum out the back. The minute that you start to tilt, you'll always increase your stretch. And slow that breath. On the exhale, sink down towards that front leg. Keep that going. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bending through that front knee, round through the back, roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders, bending back through that front knee. Tummy muscles engaged. We're going to take the right arm onto that front left leg. So we're going to lean it forwards, bringing that elbow onto the knee. Left hand's coming onto the hip, and we're going to look to the left. Now, if you feel okay, we're going to make this slightly harder. We're going to wrap that left hand behind the back, rotate through the shoulders, and look over the shoulder instead. You don't have to. This is loading this front leg, so you can keep it in the neutral position if you want to. So looking over that shoulder or over to the left. Bending through that front knee, so the front knee should be nice and bent. Tummy muscles pulled up. Inhale. Exhale. Gently rotate it all the way back to the front, hand on that front knee, back up to standing. Stepping that leg back to the midline. Well done. Walking it off. Slow the breath. Shoulders are back and down. Nice and tall through the body. Taking that breath for a moment before we go to the other side. So stepping back with that left leg. So the toes are just off centre again. So that I don't know what angle that would be for you, but just off, not front, just off to the side. And then bending through that front knee again, going warrior 1 on the other side. So tilt the pelvis slightly, straight through that back leg, drive the back heel down, shoulders are back and down, power the fingers down towards the floor, lengthen through the back of that neck. Imagine trying to get the top of the head up towards the ceiling again. And slow the breath, find the focus, squeezing through the body, draw that pelvic floor up again. If you want to. And if you want to make it harder, float those arms up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders down, squeeze through the back of the arms. Palms are facing each other. Still front knees nice and bent. Want to make it harder still, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. So we want to lift the chin up rather than dropping the head back so the neck is engaged. Tummy still pulled in. We want to make it harder still, up onto the toe on the front foot. So the front heel will be lifted off the floor. Again, slow that breath. Find the focus. Any point you start to think, oh, this is a bit hard now, just drop back a level, or even come out and stand up for a second and then come back in. Remember, everyone's going to be different. It's just finding where you're at, and every day will change as well. Inhale. Exhale, lowering that chin, lower the heel. Sweep those hands down towards the front. Straighten through both legs. Squeeze the thighs, tummy's engaged, sit the hips back. Slide those hands down. Stop the minute you feel it. If you can keep going all the way until you feel that stretch. Remember, you can come down so those hands are on the floor, no problem. As long as you haven't got to bend that front knee, because we don't want the front knee bent at the moment. Both legs should be straight, thighs are squeezing, so the top of the legs are squeezing to lift the knees, and then gently sink it down towards the floor. Again, think about tilting that bum out the back, so tilt the pelvis. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, look at me now. This is me tucked under, this is me tilting. So tucked, tilt. And then gently, again, looking down towards that back knee. Trying to get the top of the head down towards the front part of that mat. But remember, if you're up here and that's tight for you already, stay here. That's okay. Work with your body. Never thought, this is where I started, up here at the tightest hamstrings. Couldn't get past my knees when I started. Now I can get down. So little by little, patience, and not pushing your body too hard. So inhale. And exhale, bending through that front knee, rounding through the back, roll all the way back up to standing, rolling through those shoulders, bending back through that front leg, straight through that back leg, left elbow's coming down onto the right knee this time, right hand onto the hip. We're going to look to the right. You can stay here, nice bend in that front leg, or you're going to wrap that right arm behind the back and then rotate through the shoulders and look over the right over the right shoulder. Okay. But just throw the balance, as you saw, to rotate and look over that shoulder and try to get one shoulder behind the other. Okay, so we're in a nice straight line. But we can keep that hand on the hip, looking to the right, no problem whatsoever. Tummy muscles again are pulled up, slowing that breathing. Inhale. Exhale, gently rotate it all the way back to the front, bring that hand onto that knee, straighten up through that leg, I want that back toe, walk that front leg forwards, and walk it off again. Well done. Grab yourselves a drink if you need one, before we come to the back part of that mat. So we are going to come off the floor, so have your drink handy if you want it for a bit later. So slow the breath again, coming back to the back part of the mat, shoulders are backing down, crown is up, tummy's engaged. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down towards the floor. Bend through those knees, walk those hands out in front of the body, coming down onto all fours. Once we're down on all fours, we're going to just tuck the tailbone under, drive the back up, tuck the chin. Exhale, untuck the tailbone, let the bottom sit out the back and lift the chin. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under, drive the back up, tuck the chin. Exhale, untuck the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chin. Last one, inhale, tuck the tailbone under, drive the back up, tuck the chin. Exhale, untuck the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chin. Coming back to neutral, we're going to come so halfway, so small tuck of the tailbone. Spread through those fingers, bend through the fingers, imprinting the fingertips into the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes, we're going to come to downward facing dog. So tiny bend in those elbows, especially if you know your arms bend backwards. Lifting those knees off the floor, push away from the palms. So we don't want to be over, the shoulders should be over the palms, push away from the palms. Tilt the bottom up towards the ceiling. Now for some of you might have really tight hamstrings. Have a little bend in the legs, that's fine. If not, straighten through those legs. Tilt that bum up towards the ceiling. Relax through the neck, so let all the tension go. Your eyes should be looking towards your knees, not eyes towards the mat. So there's no tension in the neck, that's the only place there's no tension. So push through the palms, tilt the bum up, pull the tummy in, squeeze through the thighs, and then gently start to lower the heels towards the floor. So for many of you, your heels are not going to hit the floor. That's okay. It's just about tuning into your body, what you're feeling. Now think as well about squeezing through the shoulder blades. So we don't want to be pushing away. We want to be, shoulders are still down and locked. So we don't want the shoulders up by the ears, even upside down. And that should be the back part of the body is squeezing. So this is an active down facing dog. It's a working pose. Inhale. Exhale, bending through those knees, lower the knees all the way down onto the floor. We're going to come into child's pose. So untuck the toes, drop the bottom back onto the heels, bend through the elbows, bring the hands onto the mat and drop the forehead onto the hands. And then just slow the breath. So this is child's pose. This is a posture you can drop into at any point that you feel you need to take the break. Okay. Slowing the breath, relaxing through the body, just letting everything go. Then gently pushing the body up so we're sitting onto the heels. Now some of you might find it's too much for your knees, in which case come up while you watch me. Otherwise we're going to sit down so you've got the knee stretch while you're watching for me to demo the next posture. So with the next one you've got two options. Option one is we're going to be staying on the hands. Tummy muscles are pulled up and you're going to bring that knee to the outside, looking at that knee, trying to bring it as close towards you as you can. So we're looking at the knee and the knee's looking at us. Option two is you're going to come into high plank to start with, hips are down, and then you're going to bring the knee across. Okay. Obviously this one is much, much stronger on the upper body, so it might be something you want to build into if you haven't done much upper body work before. So option one, which is the one I'm going to do to start with, or option two, come into high plank. So pushing off through the floor, so we always want to be engaged. Tummy muscles pulled up. Bring those knees back just a tiny bit, don't too close. Pull the tummy up so the tailbone's tucked. Then we're going to bring that left knee out to the side. Looking at that left knee, draw it in. We're going to hold it here for a second. So gentle point through the toe or flex through the foot. One or the other because it engages the leg. So whatever feels better for you. If you know you cramp a lot, then I wouldn't go for the point, I'd go for the flex. Hold, hold, hold. If you're in the high plank, again, drop that heel, knees off the back floor as you're looking. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower that knee all the way back down, dropping down into child's pose just for a second, slowing that breath, just letting everything go. Lovely. Then coming back onto all fours, we're going to just stretch off through that side. So the same side, left knee, walk those hands forwards for me. Left knee is going to come forwards, tuck the back leg, lift the knee, bring the foot out from underneath the body. Drop the back knee, walk the back leg back, lift through the chest for pigeon and gently lower all the way down. So you can come down onto those elbows. Now if this is too much for your knee or you're feeling like you're getting cramp, just bring that foot back a little bit so it's further under your body. If you're feeling like you're not getting much of a stretch because you're really flexible through your hips, I'm not, then bring that foot out further, but the knee shouldn't be up here, it should be on the floor. So bring your leg out as far as you need to feel the stretch. Then lifting through that chest, you should be down on those elbows. If you're still not feeling that stretch for you, then drop those elbows out and put the head on the floor. Still not feeling it, slide those hands away and then bring the head down onto the floor, okay? So we should be in this position, walk that back leg back and down. Slowing the breath and As you exhale, let all the tension go. So let the jaw relax. Let the shoulders relax. Let everything go. Now you might find when you drop into a stretch and you hold it a bit longer that your intensity goes straight away, or you might find your intensity increases before it then starts to come off. But if you start to find that you're not feeling any stretch again, with this one, think about tilting the bum up towards the ceiling and it will bring your stretch back on. Again, find your focus on your breath, letting every muscle relax as you breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, gently lifting that chest back up off the floor. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, slide that leg back out from underneath the body. Fabulous. We're going to go to the other side. I'm going to turn around. So walk those knees back just that tiny bit again. Bring those hips forward slightly. And remember, you have the option to come into your high plank, to do it from your high plank, or leave those knees on the floor. And then getting ready, we're going to bring that knee up, sliding it round, looking towards that knee. Hold in, hold. Remember, if you need to drop out of posture, you're finding, oh, that's intense, especially in that bum cheek, pull the tummy up, keep looking, drive it through, keep the breath breathing, hold, flex or point through the foot to engage the leg. Lift that knee up as high as you can, it's comfortable for your body, slowing that breath, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bring it back down to centre. Sit those hips down onto the floor, hands underneath the forehead, and relax and release just for a moment. Just let everything go. Perfect. And then we're going to come into pigeon for the other side. So same thing. Walk those hands forwards. Right knees coming towards the front. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, slide the foot out from under the body if that's okay for your knee. Bring it as far as you know your hips can cope with. Walk the back leg back, lift through the chest. So we want to be sat on top, we don't want to be sat off to the side. And then gently lower down towards the floor. Again, bring those elbows in. This might be where you want to stay. If you're feeling it already, relax here. If you want it more intense, drop those elbows out. Lower through that chest. If you want it more intense again, slide those hands away. Let everything go. So start to focus on the breath, slow the breathing. On the exhale, think about relaxing and sinking further towards the floor. Relax the breath, relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders, just let everything go. And if it starts to become too intense, try and breathe through it because it will ease. If you start to find that the tension is completely gone, think about tilting the bum out the back to bring the stretch back on for you. And exhale, gently bring that body weight all the way back up off the floor, tuck the toe, lift the hips, slide it all the way back out onto all fours. And then from here we're going to come straight down onto the floor, onto our bellies. So sliding it down. To start with, bring the hands underneath the head and just let the hips rock from side to side. Now remember, at any point you can come back to this position and rock. Coming back to the centre, I just want you to relax here, head down, let everything go, because everyone's bodies are different. Now if you can feel already the compression and discomfort in that lower back, then I want you to just stay here, and then whenever you need to, roll onto your side and drop out of posture, because it might be intense enough for your back. But if you feel okay and there's no discomfort there already, then we're going to go for the lift. So option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, tummy muscles pulled in, squeeze your bottom, straighten through those legs and lift those legs just up off the floor. So thighs should be squeezing, don't bend through the legs, we want the legs nice and straight as you can get them. Hold, 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 and then gently lower. I just wanted to do a little test and make sure your lower back is okay. If you found that intense, stay with just the legs. If you felt okay, we're going to bring those arms down beside the hips. We're going to bring the arms and shoulders in as well. So tummy muscles pulled up, squeeze your bottom, lifting those legs up off the floor, then lifting the head and shoulders up off the floor. If you still feel okay, the arms can come up as well. Now imagine you're trying to get the fingertips towards each other and lift those hands up. We want to be looking straight down towards the mat. We don't want to be chin lifted looking forwards. Eyes are down, the back of your head pushing up towards the ceiling. Now again, think about the tummy muscle being pulled up, squeezing your bottom, taking those fingertips towards each other. This is quite intense. So if you feel it's too much, just lower the chest or lower the legs for a moment. We can alternate. Lower the legs 1 minute, lift them up, lower the arms next. And then hold, breathe and squeeze. Keep those fingertips towards each other. They will try and relax off. Shoulders are still backing down, so take the shoulders away from the ears. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering all the way back down. Bring those hands under the head and just face forehead. And let those hips rock from side to side. Perfect. Bringing those hands next to the chest, pushing off the floor, back onto all fours. We want those knees under the hips and drop down onto the elbows. Tilt the bottom up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we want that tilt. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, look at me now. So tilt, bum up, and then we're going to lower down if we feel we can. Now you can drop the forehead onto the floor, arms are nice and straight, or you can put the chin on the floor if you want a stronger shoulder stretch. This is much more intense for the shoulders. Relax the eyebrows, relax the cheeks, let all the tension go out of the face. Breath through the nose. And then gently slide the bottom back towards the heels and gently roll all the way back up onto all fours, sliding it round, coming into your seated position. From here we're going to have both legs bent to start with, lifting up through the body. We're going to take the opposite hand, so the right hand across onto the left knee, left hand's coming behind the body, lifting the crown up towards the ceiling, and we're going to gently rotate and look over the left shoulder. Now if you feel you can, you're going to bring that right elbow all the way across onto the outside of the legs. Now we want to push in, but don't push the legs over. So the legs push into the elbow and the elbow pushes into the legs to help drive that rotation to look behind. If you feel you don't need your backhand for support, you can wrap the backhand round the back instead of having it resting on the floor, but only do that if that feels okay for you. Now keeping the nice long neck, lifting that chin, rolling it round to look over the shoulder. But again, uncomfortable in the neck, just look to the left. Exhale, gently draw it all the way back to the centre, lifting up through the body, going over to the other side. So again, we can start with just the hand, right hand comes behind, lifts over nice and tall and gently go for that rotation. If you feel you can got enough rotation there, you can bring the elbow across, bring that elbow across, pushing in, and draw the rotation. If you feel that you don't need the hand from behind, wrap the hand behind the back, over that right shoulder now. Again, don't let the elbow push into the knees and collapse the knees, push those elbows back, which helps you drive that rotation to look behind the body. We'll be driving off the seat bones, Inhale that head up towards the ceiling. Slowing that breath again once you're on full rotation. And gently bringing that body all the way back to the centre line. Lifting up. Nice strong crab. We're going to allow the right knee to drop out to the side, left leg's going to come forwards. Now you can have that foot further away, it all depends on your hips. If you want to bring it in much higher, then you can go for the foot coming up higher towards the inside. But you can have it long as well, that's fine. But we want to lift up, inhale up, exhale, forward fold. So we're going to come forward, so you can grab hold of wherever you can get to. What's handy here is if you have got a band, if you know you struggle with the stretching, pop it around the foot, and that will help you draw the body down. Now if you know you want a stronger hip stretch, you can always place that elbow onto the knee and gently encourage that knee down towards the floor as well, or you can just focus on the forward fold, whatever you prefer right now for your body. Then once you're in posture, slow the breath, relax the shoulders, let everything go again. Feeling a bit tight, you can always walk the bottom out the back. And when we're doing forward folds, we always want to try and think about coming long towards the foot rather than rounding down towards the knee. We don't want to round that back, we want a nice long flat back, so lift across the front. Perfect. And gently coming all the way back up to centre. Bring that knee back to the midline, other leg's going to come up. Switch them over, straight through that right, let the left drop out. Again, you can have it nice and high if you prefer, or you can have it further away, have to play around, see what you prefer. Then lifting through the chest, extend again forwards. You can inhale, float up, or you can just float forwards, whatever you prefer, and then draw that body down again. Not going to walk the bum out the back, open up through the hips, have a little wiggle until you feel like you're in that right place, and then hold the posture. Try and relax the thighs, relax the cheeks, relax the shoulders. Just letting everything go. Exhale, gently rolling all the way back up to centre line. Lovely, bring those legs back together. Now from here we're going to go for a balance, bottom balance. So option one, walk those feet in, shoulders are back and down, crown is up, so think nice and long again so everything's working. Walk those feet towards you and lift those feet just up off the floor. Now this can be, if this is already challenging, stay here, tummy's engaged, nice and straight in the back. If you feel okay, open up through the legs. Bring the hands onto the insides, grab hold of the feet, and then bring those back. Shoulders are back and down. Lift through the chest again. Nice and strong. Find that balance. If you still feel okay, we're going to bring the feet away from the bottom. Starts to throw the balance. And then if you feel okay, you can straighten through the legs. Don't force the legs to be straight, especially if you know you tighten the hamstrings. But find your balancing point. Shoulders are back and down. So option one, you're going to be here, shoulders are back and down. Option two, knees apart, hold on to the feet, that will throw you already. Option three, opening up through legs. Option four, try and straighten through those legs. Hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bending back down through those legs. Lower the feet down, straighten through the legs, out in front, lifting through the body. Inhale, arms are coming up. Exhale, forward fold. So again, grab hold of wherever you can, pop the hands under the legs, bend through the elbows to encourage the body down. And that is for you. If you're finding you're coming forwards and your knees are popping up, please back off until your knees come back down, even if that means you're putting your hands behind your body so you can relax. Everyone's different. So what we want to do is allow the legs to relax so you can feel the stretch. And if you're coming forwards and the knees are popping up, then you're forcing your body too far beyond your stretch point at the moment. So just back off until your knees come down. Once they're down, you might want to then just push through the hands a little bit till you feel the stretch, and then just work on that there. If you're down here, again, think we don't want to round down, we don't want to take the top of the head towards the knees, we want to think long, okay? Bottom out the back, lengthen towards the feet. And then again, top of the head towards the feet. Perfect. Slow the breath once you're in posture. Inhale. And exhale, gently rolling it all the way back up to seated. We're going to bend through those legs and gently roll it all the way down onto the floor. That is the nicest bit. And relax. So bring that right knee in towards the chest. Perfect. We're going to straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Holding on. And the left leg we're going to straighten if you feel okay. But if you want, straighten through that left leg. If this now feels too much, just back that leg off a little bit, right leg off a little bit. Now if you feel okay, maybe stay here. If you want to make it harder, we're going to bring the hands down next to the hips and keep the leg up towards the ceiling. Okay, option 2. So option 1, holding on. Option 2, hands coming down. Option 3, tuck the chin. Bring the hands just up off the floor and imagine we're trying to lift up towards that top toe. Legs still nice and straight, squeezing through the thigh. Tummy's engaged. Slow the breath. Breathe through the nose. Smile if you're thinking that it's challenging. Force the brain. Nice straight leg. Remember, any point if you start to feel too much, bring the hands in, go for the hold. Adapt when and where you need to. Or drop down and take the break. Tummy should be engaged, nice and strong. Lifting it up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering the head and shoulders. Draw that knee back in towards the chest. And then gently lower the foot down onto the floor so the knees bend. Then bring the left leg up into the chest. So the left leg's into the chest, shoulders are relaxed. Draw that knee in so you feel the compression on the inside of that hip. And then take that left leg up towards the ceiling. Holding on to that left leg till you can just feel the stretch. And once you can just feel that stretch, we can straighten through that right leg. If you can. If it's too intense once you straight through that right leg, just back off that left leg a little bit. Perfect, nice straight leg if you can. But again, if you've got tight hamstrings, bent leg's fine, as long as you can feel that you're working. And if you want to make it harder, so level 1, stay here. Level 2, bring the hands down next to the hips and hold the leg up straight all on its own. Tummy muscles engaged. You want to make it harder still. You're going to tuck the chin round through the shoulders, drive the fingertips towards the right toes, lifting the chin up towards the left foot. So nice and straight again through that leg, tummy's engaged, nice and strong. Slow the breath through the nose. Remember, drop out, drop back down a level whenever you feel you need to, come out of posture whenever you feel you need to. If you want, hold on. That body, slowing the breath at the time you're ready. Flies when you're having fun. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently draw that knee all the way back into the chest, lower the head and shoulders. And then gently lower that foot all the way down onto the floor. We go for the full body stretch to finish. So arms up above the head. Oops. Straighten those arms away from the body. Nice and long. Drive them away. Draw the toes up. Push the heels away. And relax and release. And then just the right side. So extend, draw the right toes up, drive the right heel away and the right hand. Drive, 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 drive. And release, other side. So left side. Draw the left toes up, push the left heel away and the left hand away. And gently relax and release. Inhale. exhale, float those hands all the way back down next to the hips. So we're going to come into relaxation. So if you've got a pillow or a jumper or blanket and you want to pop it on, if not, if you're perfectly fine now, just turn the palms upright. So if that's okay for your shoulders, palms upright, relax the shoulders, let the feet fall out to the sides and relax here. If this isn't comfortable for your lower back, bend through the knees, take the feet wide and allow the knees to sit together. Okay, so if it's not comfortable for your lower back, knees bent, feet wide, knees together, and then relax here. If it's still not comfortable for you, roll onto your side and find a comfortable position that works for you. So we're just going to do a few minutes of relaxation. So I want you to just let everything go, allow the eyes to close. We're going to tune into the body and into the breath. So you should be in your lying, comfortable position with the eyes closed. Relaxing through the hips, relaxing through the shoulders, relaxing through the jaw. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And again, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Last one, deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just let the breath breathe naturally. Bring your awareness to your forehead and allow the eyebrows to relax. Allow the eye sockets to relax and allow the cheeks to relax. Let the teeth fall apart and the tongue rest in the back of the mouth. And let the shoulders melt down into the floor. Every exhale, feeling the body become heavier and heavier. With every exhale, feeling the shoulders relaxing and releasing that little bit more. With every exhale, jaw just melt down towards the floor. With every exhale, becoming deeper and deeper into relaxation. 10 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 30 times deeper. 100 times deeper, relaxing, so relaxed, so comfortable. I want you to imagine lying on a beach and you can hear the waves rolling in, rolling out. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin and the gentle breeze. The beach is perfectly peaceful and you're completely safe. Totally relaxed, just listening to the sounds of the waves rolling in, rolling out. And you notice the waves are moving in time with your breath. And still with every exhale, you find yourself relaxing and becoming more and more peaceful. You find your mind starts to wander. It's okay, that's what minds do. Just once you realise, draw the focus back to the breath. Focus on the beach and the sound of your waves. You might even want to, once you realise that the mind has wandered, just place those thoughts on a little mini boat. Just set them afloat in the water and watch them float away. Just a few more moments just for you. Thinking can come later. Focusing on the beach and on your breath. Breath rolling in. Rolling out. And then gently bringing your awareness back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can choose to stay here and relax for a few more moments if you wish. Or you can join me and finish the session. Gently rolling over to your left hand side. In your own time, coming back into your seated position. Legs crossed, legs straight, or legs bent, whatever's comfortable for you. But still sitting nice and tall, shoulders back and down, crown is up, tummy's engaged. Again, a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, arms down, chin down, shoulders down. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, arms down, chin down, shoulders down. Eyes front and centre, hands front and centre. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed your session. And if you want to know more or sign up, then click on the link attached to the website. Or if you want to speak to me, just give me a call or email me with the email address on the website as well. Take care. Have a good day.